Good morning, good afternoon, and in case I don't see you, good evening. This is your flexitarian friend, Jael Tanti. Today I'm going to show you how to make an amazing recipe. Guess what? You know that I don't eat chicken, but you know my mission, right? My mission is to reverse diabetes and to end obesity. So I'm going to show you how to make a holiday meal in one pan. What? You're going to show me how to make one holiday meal in one pan? Well, almost, but normally it takes a lot of pans, but I'm going to show you how to make it super easy. So we're going to use chicken this time, even though I don't eat chicken, but I do have somebody that eats the chicken, so I'm going to show you how to make it. So it's very simple. So we cut the back of the chicken. As you can see, here's the front, here's the back, and now the key is, I should have touched it. We're going to add some sea salt on both sides. So here we go. So turn it to one side, and then on the other side, you use the kitchen shears to cut it on the back, or you can actually use knives. All right, so that's that. So now we're going to add some herb de Provence, which is a lot of beautiful herbs. As you know, I love herbs. They're antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral as well. So I'm recording this video to ship it up to Facebook, but also not Facebook. I'll do it on Facebook too, but for my YouTube channel. So if you really want to go and learn more recipes from the Flexitarian, you can actually go to www.youtube.com/The Happy Cooking Club, and you will find all my recipes there. Okay, so I have over 200 videos where you can learn easy recipes. Not all of them are diabetic friendly, but I'm starting on this new mission, so that is the reason why I decided to do this. Now this recipe it can be converted to diabetic friendly, but I'm going to give you some tips on how to do it so it is pertinent to those people who are trying to reduce all of the sugar and also to end obesity in their lives. You know, because obesity is nothing more than a lifestyle, and if you can control what you eat, you can control the diabetes, okay? You can control the sugar, you can control pretty much everything. Okay, so we have the herb de Provence, and then we have also the sea salt. And then I'm gonna add now the next ingredient is I'm gonna use some olive oil, okay? So we're gonna make this very beautiful, very crispy on the outside, very brown. So we're just gonna add a little bit on the inside. And this is a wonderful dish that you can make any time of the year. It's not necessarily only as a holiday. The holidays will be here soon, and then you'll be looking for recipes. And so I'm just giving you some ideas of what you can make, okay? So that's that. And now I'm going to turn it to the other side, hopefully without having to use my other glove. And so we open it up, and we are going to do the same. So we're just going to rub some of the oil, so in that way our herbs will actually stick to the bird. Okay, so that's that. So now the next thing is I'm preheating my T-Rex. Remember I told you I have a pan that's called a T-Rex. I used to hate it, and I never liked to use it because I thought it was too heavy and it was inconvenient. So for many years I just kind of kept it on the side. But then lo and behold, I figured I'm going to start making some healthier recipes and only using one pan. So I realized, hey, I can use this and I can put it on a timer. I can set a timer and I can walk away and then come back and my food will be ready. So that is the reason why I'm using this pan over here. But it's an ancient pan. It's been around for a long, long time. So that's why I call it T-Rex. It does everything. Okay, it devours any recipe. So here we go. So I'm preheating it right now to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. And now what we do, it's already preheated. So what I'll do is I'm going to turn it to the breast side down. And so you want to keep it at the highest possible, which is 450 degrees Fahrenheit. You can make this same recipe in the oven. Or why would you use the oven? Because every time that you turn on the oven, it's like turning 40 light bulbs of 100 watts each. So why am I doing it this way? To save time, to save money, and improve my health. So if you have art in your home like I do, I either close the door between the gallery or I actually put a lid on. But I don't want to dirty the lid on because I'm going to be using the bottom of a pan. So this is not one of those one pan recipes. I can put it on one pan and throw it in the oven. But today, because I need something a little bit higher, I'm going to use the bottom of a pan. And all of you probably have some kind of pan at home that fits on top of each other. And so I am encouraging you to use that. Okay. So I like to sear it and I like to press it down so that way I get a really nice sear and I get a really nice brown. Okay, in the meantime, while this is cooking here, I'll show you some of the stuff that I got going. This is my secret sauce recipe, okay? And on here I have mustard, I have Leon pairings, I have red wine from my friends, the Mahonies. I think they gave this to James, and he was drinking it last night. I figured, ooh, wine. I don't drink it, but the chicken will like it a little bit. Okay. Liam pairings is this thing over here. It's Worcestershire sauce, something like that. And then I have a secret ingredient that you will get it when you make a comment and also you share this video. So I'm on the lookout to get some people who really love cooking to start following my program because I can teach you a lot. So now we mix it over here. You can put a little bit of brown sugar or maple syrup, which is really high in B vitamins. But if you're diabetic, I suggest that you put a little bit of stevia or put nothing at all. Okay? Tastes amazing. I didn't put any salt, but I did put a little bit of soy sauce. That's why on the part of putting here, on the part of putting salt, I just used a little bit of salt. So let's use just in case I got the tongs, just in case we're gonna use that. And so I will recommend, if you're using this type of pan, that to always let it cook 10 minutes on each side and then 10 minutes on the other side. So that way it will never stick. So remember that initially, because the chicken has pores, just like the pores on the skin, initially the chicken will stick to the pan, but once the pores are seared on the pan, the chicken will release very easily. So remember, pores on the chicken is gonna hold on to the metal, but once the pores are seared on the chicken, it will just naturally, with a spatula, will be able to flip it over. So I'm gonna use another pair of, what I do with my gloves here. I knew that they were here somewhere. Well, what the heck, I get another two. That's why I keep a few here. And I'm also making mashed potatoes. I'm going to make this beautiful creamy potatoes to serve with it. That's why this is not one of those one-pan meals. But if you did want it to one-pan meal, I'm going to make it into a one-pan meal. But on the side, I'm cooking also some potatoes because I wanted to show you, if you ever wanted to make delicious mashed potatoes, the most important thing is don't use too much water. You just use a little bit of water and let that be absorbed by the potatoes, so you have pretty much 100% of the minerals. Remember that vitamins and minerals are destroyed during the cooking process, so if you're using too high heat, you're destroying the vitamins like A, B, and C, and then certain minerals. Okay, so let's see. So I'm gonna grab it here. Now flip on the other side. Look at that beauty. Whoa la la. Mon chéri, this is a beautiful pan, right? But it's and look at that, no stick, no burning. and yet it's really beautiful. So I'm gonna sear it for a little bit on the other side. And then I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna throw the rest of the ingredients that I'm going to show you right now. So I kept the pan over here, this oval bake pan, because I'm going to return the chicken here in a little bit. Because if I was making this as a one pan meal, then what I would do is which is what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna take it out and then add this ingredient. And what do I have here? This is if we're doing like a one pan meal. I have in here potatoes. If you're diabetic, always cook your potatoes with the skin. Why? Because when you cook potatoes with the skin, then it slows down the carbohydrates, it slows down the spikes in sugar. So I like to use organic, always use organic potatoes. They're better for you. Nobody needs those extra chemicals, right? Everybody's telling me today. Every time I talk with somebody about food, I say, oh, and the chemicals they put in the food, oh, and the stuff that they put in the food nowadays. Very simple, buy organic, because the rest is probably loaded with all kinds of chemicals. Okay, so what I have in here is garlic, potatoes with the skin, carrots with the skin. I just scrubbed them really good. I got onions with no skin, and so that's it. So now what we'll do is we're going to take this beautiful chicken and bring it back here. Okay, so there you go. Let's take it out. Now on here, we're going to add our onions and garlic and the potatoes. Maybe too many. You see, that's why I said it's a one pan meal. Now take my beautiful seared chicken. And now to here, we're going to add some capers. We're going to add some capers and olives, okay? And optional for diabetics, do not put the other one, which is also very high in fiber, but I am putting raisins in it. This recipe reminds me when I was a child. And during Christmas time, my mom, not my parents, my mom will make this amazing chicken, and it was so delicious. And I still remember the flavor, so I thought, I'm gonna recreate it here in one pan. Okay, little hack. Little hack is when you have this little tomato paste, open both sides, discard the one in here, discard one, and with the other one, just push through, and then take this out, okay? See how easy that hack? I won't charge you anything. But that was simple and easy. Oh, it came back. That's why it's important to throw away the first one and then just keep the one, okay? So let's mix this up. To this, I'm gonna add my sauce. Because really, I don't really need it to be like, I don't need it to be brown. But look at this beautiful colors. Oh, I'm telling you, and the smell is incredible. Okay, we have the herb de Provence in the sauce as well. And so this is gonna stay at the bottom. Okay. And then if possible, you can put a little bit of the Mahoney wine. Oop, that was a little bit too much, but that's okay. You won't need to drink wine with this because the wine is already in there. Just kidding. All the sugar and the alcohol will evaporate once it starts cooking in a covered up. So what I have in here is the stuff that I told you, which are the olives, the raisins, and the capers. And I have a little bit of the wine in here too as well. I put some wine. Okay, so mix that up. So this is gonna cook all into one pan. Okay, so basically, if you were making like a turkey or something like that, this would be kind of like your stuffing. So, but we're not stuffing it, okay? Sometimes people cook the bird with the stuffing on the inside. I wonder why they get sick, because sometimes they let it sit there all afternoon to cool off. Not good, not good. Okay, next thing, very, very important, we need to put butter. Okay, we need a little bit of the butter because we want that buttery flavor. Okay, and ghee or butter would be great. If you're diabetic, put the ghee. It would be better portion or a better thing for you. Okay, so now we mix this up to give it a nice buttery taste. And the last thing, so you see this even less than 20 minutes to prepare. Okay, the last thing, now we're gonna bring this beautiful bird that has been brown and looks gorgeous. Look at that. And now we are going to adorn this gorgeous bird that is happy to be here. I have some rosemary, guaranteed to make it taste amazing. And then I have some thyme. Everybody needs thyme, antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, you know the drill. Make sure that you wash it because I grow this here, so I know I guarantee that it is organic, and it's so aromatic, it's so flavorful. So just arrange it around there. Oh, did you know that rosemary is really good for memory too? So a little tea of rosemary will calm the jets, you know. Sometimes I'm a little overwhelmed by the day, so a little rosemary tea is the way, okay? And the last one, not least, is this wonderful herb, which is tarragon. So again, super high in antioxidants as well. And check this out. That is a beautiful bird. Okay, and you say, oh, wait a second, the lid's not going to fit. Shh, calm down your jets. Go have some rosemary tea. That's the reason why I said, go ahead and put, I'm going to use the bottom of a pan to put it on the top here. So, okay, so here we go. So now this is my bird. And by the way, when it's done, I'm going to serve it on the same pan. I don't need to take it out. You know, people can come and serve themselves here. So the key is, let's not leave any food around it because I want to make sure that I create a seal so it cooks fast. So this bird will take 60 minutes to cook. And then halfway through the cooking, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to take some of the sauce and I'm going to start pouring it on the top. And that way it will have the beautiful glistening, satiny look on the top. But look at how beautiful so far. You know, it looks like it's cooked. So if I were to use the regular lid, you know, it will not fit. So I decided, let's put a little bit of pepper just in case for good measure for those of you who like pepper. Usually I sneeze. And I'm going to put a little bit of butter on the top. It just wouldn't be right if I don't. You know, I'm the flexitarian friend, you know, so I have to be flexible with all these things. Okay, so there you have it. And so now I'm going to use this pan over here. See, this is normally a pan, so this is not a one-pan meal, but you can pretend it is a one-pan meal because I'm going to use this as a lid. So there we go. So see, ta-da! I am a problem solver. I told you that. I can make anything happen. Make your wish come true. So there you go. So now what I'm doing is I'm cooking it at 450 degrees. As soon as this is hot to the touch, where I can no longer put my hands and my fingers, it's starting to, you know, heat up a little bit. So that's when I'm going to turn it down to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, 200 degrees Fahrenheit is high enough to kill bacteria, low enough to preserve the vitamins and minerals. Okay, so I'm going to do 450 Then I'm going to, as soon as this is hot to the touch, which is starting to, we're gonna turn it down to 200, and then I'm going to set this button that says time, and then I'm gonna give it 45 minutes, and then I'm going to set time again so the time starts to collect. Meaning when I say the time starts to click is the time starts to go. So that's what you do. So this is like really wonderful, it's starting to get heated. And for the potatoes, I have to tell you, when I cook potatoes, I cook them with super low amounts of water. Why? Because every time that you cook your potatoes in water, you destroy your vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, all of these solubles, vitamins, many vitamins and minerals are water soluble. And if you throw all these vegetables in the water and then you throw away the water, what happened to your vitamins and minerals? Yeah, probably 50% they're gone. And I'm being very generous saying that only 50% is left. So see, this is like nice and it's starting to spit up. I call this bubbles, like champagne on the outside. It's hot. I can't rest my fingers no more. So look at how quickly it heat up. So I'm going to press temperature, and then I'm going to hit the arrow down. For those of you who have these pans, especially my own peeps, this recipe is for you. So it's down to 200. I'm going to set the button that says time, and the zeros are clicking, and now I'm going to give it 50 minutes. I say 45 minutes, but I'll be on the safe side. I give it 50 minutes, and then press time again, and the clock is ticking. So there we go. So now this will go, it'll go tight, and it'll be sealed, and then no more air going out, no more air going in, and your chicken is going to be absolutely beautiful without any shrinkage, or very minimal shrinkage. What does that mean? When your food is not shrinking, when you have 100% or even up to 98% in all the vitamins and minerals, what's happening? You are earning money. You are earning money because whatever money you're not spending, you are saving. So to me, cash flow is king. So there we go. So now I'm just gonna put it out of the way. As you can see, now it's in a little bit of a vacuum. And now I'm gonna move it out of the way just to show you what I've done with my potatoes. Okay, I hope that you can see. In fact, yeah, you will see, because I'm gonna show you something. So these are my potatoes. So if I wasn't making mashed potatoes yet and I'm not ready to go, then I will keep my potatoes nice and warm here. Why? Because this potatoes are already cooked. This is really hot still, and the bottom here on the top is pretty hot. So you lose about 1 degree of heat when you do this. So, but I wanted to show you, let me see. So this is all I have for dish. This is all I have to wash, which is compared to when I'm cooking in the oven, I have piles and piles of dishes. And when I'm making too many dishes, it's like, oh gosh, too much work. Okay, so I love this idea to do one pan meals. It suits my personality, it suits my lifestyle, and I bet that many of you are out there thinking, I wish I had a pan like that so I can make my meals. Well, you can too. So let me show you the potatoes. Look at that. There's not really a lot of water that you can tell that is there. It's because I didn't use a lot of water. I just used about a quarter of an inch, half an inch of the water. So now I'm gonna pull out the thyme to keep it with the theme. The thyme, and while you guys are contemplating whether you would like to have something like this or not, I'm gonna peel my potatoes. So why did I cook them with the skin? Because remember, valuable vitamins and minerals. So once this is already like cooked, so I can just take them out, or I can actually mash the potatoes with the skin. Little hack. I love little hacks. I love giving you stuff that will actually save you time, money, and health. The other thing is, before I threw the potatoes on the pan, I made an incision in half, so in that way, you see how easy it is to peel the potato? And any eyes or anything like a little bit dark that you don't want in there, just poke your finger in there and get rid of it, see? And so look at how beautiful they peel off. So whenever you peel, If you take the peel before, you're destroying a lot of the nutrients that the potatoes have, which one of them is a lot of vitamin C in here. Okay, so I love potatoes. Potatoes is one of the foods that I love to eat because I have proven that potatoes really give you life. I had some potatoes that had eyes in them, and I figure I'm going to take it home and I'm going to plant it, and this was at the office, right? And so I left it there, and then I came back a week later, it was alive. I came back 6 months later, it was alive. And to me, if a food especially started to sprout all the little potato legs, potato roots, okay, if a food can start living on its own without water and only a little bit of sunshine through the window, to me, that's a worthy food. Very, very worthy. So potatoes are so easy to combine. Potatoes are so easy to grow. As soon as they have little eyes, you can just throw them under a little bit of dirt, and you'll have potatoes within 6 months. That's incredible. Not very many other dishes do that. Not many other vegetables do that. They usually turn into rotten. So here's a really good comparison, okay? So you take a potato, peel it completely, and put it in on the dirt, and I guarantee you that potato will rot. But if you take a potato with the skin on, especially those that are starting to show signs of having a little bit life coming with them, then that means that you can put that potato on the dirt with the skin, even if just a little piece of the skin. If you actually just took that piece of skin that has the little life coming out, you will create a potato plant. That's very powerful. Very, very powerful. So many people don't know about that, and they just think, potato. Potatoes loaded with many great medicine that is good for your body. So remember what Hippocrates says? It said, let thy food be thy medicine, and let thy medicine be thy food. So that's what I'm focusing on having more foods that will give me life, that will really create life, and less foods that are pretty much dead and the nurture, that there's no life in them. When it comes to chicken, you can cook it at high heat. If it comes to meat, you can cook it at high heat. But the one thing that you won't kill any vitamins and minerals, because there's none. That's complete protein. Okay, so there we go. So you see how easy it is? So I'm showing you how to do the potatoes. Just do a little incision in half, and then it will be way easier. And these potatoes are boiling hot. Of course, I didn't boil them because I only used a tiny little bit of water. So, and the water's still at the bottom because it was cooked. It was sealed, kind of like what the chicken is right now, sealed. Okay, not seal the singer, or seal the seal in the oven, and seal in the ocean, I mean. So see, this tiny little bit of the water at the bottom. So with this, now I'm going to add some butter, some cream, just do the real holiday thing that everybody does, that everybody gets stuffed up to the gills, and then it's like, is there any apple pie? Of course there is. Okay, I have a little room for apple pie. So I know that some people are going to be celebrating holidays here very soon. So I wanted to show you how to make something very special, special to me, because I have some people that are coming to visit, and I want them to experience what a beautiful meal cooked at home, especially if you've been traveling. You don't want to go to restaurants. You want to go to somebody to invite you to a beautiful, delicious meal. So that's it, folks. I'm done with the potatoes. I'm going to find my little potato masher. But look at how beautiful, and they're cooked, and it's gorgeous, just like satin. Always use Yukon Gold potatoes. They're much more beautiful, especially for mashed potatoes. Okay, so that is done. I just have one last bit, and I'm going to be mashing these potatoes with the water at the bottom. Whatever water is up there, I'm going to add it to the cream. I'm going to keep it in the pan, and I'm just going to mash it right here. So if you're doing rice potatoes, use the ricer, and you can just Rice it really good, and then add the butter and then the cream. But look at that, how fast did I do that? Normally, if I didn't do that in station, I'd be it would be crazy. So, but now look at that, it's perfect. Very little water at the bottom. You can actually see that's how much water I put in the potatoes. That's why they're gonna taste very sweet. So, because of the minerals are there. But look at how much water I cooked them with. Not very much. Not very much. Just a little bit of water, so basically about half an inch of water. So I'm gonna keep this really nice and hot. And that's it, folks. That's all she wrote. That's my beautiful, healthy, delicious, miraculous, festive dinner. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember, you will help me a lot if you share this message that my biggest mission is to reverse diabetes and to end obesity. Please share this video with your loved ones, with your friends, even when the people that doesn't like you. At least you say, hey, look at this girl. Maybe you'll like her. Anyway, just kidding. So please share, like, comment, tell me where you've been watching from, and I love to see you here again. Until then, this is your flexitarian friend, Jael Tanti. Have a happy, healthy, and wealthy day. God bless you, and God bless us all. Ciao.